About 2 years ago, we had a bad fire down here. And you can see where it burnt the end of this building down that post. Down that post there. There was a dry kiln that stood right here. And it burnt to the ground. Full of walnut and cherry lumber. I lost several dollars when that happened. It burned about 6 o'clock. And when I come down here, I thought I was going to lose everything I had, for this was fully involved. You can see where it was burning. And if the fire department hadn't showed up when it did, everything I had would have burnt to the ground. It done come in here and it got back that far. Here's my little rip saw. It does right well. Every once in a while we have to rip lumber and we'll bring it over here. And here's my old molder. And I'm going to junk it out. It served its purpose. And made a lot of paneling and flooring with that molder. But I don't like to run it, and my wife absolutely hates it. And the reason she hates it, when the first job we done on this thing, it absolutely paid for itself. It cleared it on the very first job. And then I was setting it up for the second job, and right in there it throwed a stick out and hit my wife in the thumb and just crushed her thumb. She had to have a pin. It's got a screw in it to this day. And she's hated it ever since then, so I told her, I said, we just won't run it no more. I'll sell it or junk it out and take it to junk yard or whatever. But it's a C88 Yates American. And we've not run it in years. It's too dangerous. Here's one of the heads for it. That cuts D-log siding, the 6-inch, and that in there cuts a little mini log, we called it. It's a real small log. You use it for like porch rails and such. And there's where the dust and the shavings went. And this old shed, it's about to fall. You can see I've got it propped up. I'm going to tear it down and build another shed and just use my regular molder. It's covered up out there. I mean my planer. But you can see there it's in foul shape. And I don't think the shed's worth fixing. And there's our sawdust pile. We sell the sawdust to these horse farms. They really like to have that sawdust to bed their horses. And we sell that too to some people like it for bedding. There it is. It's about to fall. It ain't worth fixing back. There's a little pile of lumber, and there's a little 450 John Deere front end loader. And there's my 650 John Deere loader. The motor's bad in it, and I need to fix it. I've got the stuff to fix it with, I just won't do it. And over here is some beams that going in a post and beam house. I got to deliver them next week. And that one right there, that's 20 foot 6 by 12. And there's two 16 foot 6 by 12. 3 by 8. And all this stuff out here goes with it too. Pretty good size order altogether. And that's something to do with a big old post and beam house. Right there's a pile of walnut and cherry. I'll have to saw it before much longer, get rid of it. We just cut walnut like once a year for it contaminates my dust. And I don't like to. You have to do a lot of cleaning up. For walnut sawdust will ruin horses' feet. And we don't want that. There's 3 by 18, that goes to a different job. And there's some, I imagine them going to be porch posts, 6 by 6s and 8 by 8s. And there's some more 6 by 12, 10 foot long. that's a little peep in what we do down here. There's my old 544. I've had that longer than anything. I've probably had that 20 years. And it's done right well. It's done a lot of work. I can't complain. So, this thing, it's actually from France. It's one of them gray area machines. You can't hardly find parts for it at all. It's all John Deere parts, but they just work different, you know. And I built this old forks and rack, and I need to build another one. We've about beat it to death, but it still works. So, well, there's a big grand tour of this place for today. This is Saturday, and we ain't doing much today. My wife, she's watching the grand young'uns. I'm just out wandering around. And we're right now out of logs. I have got to get some logs in here, but we will. There's my old knuckle boom loader. We use it quite a bit. It does all right. Here's my old 79 Ford truck. About all I use it for is to go get fuel. I can't complain about it. It's old and beat down, but it works real good, and the motor does real good. Well, the whole truck does good. It's probably as good a truck as we own, really. There's Mother's float that she finishes concrete with. She done broke one. That one was hard on stuff, but they stood behind it. And here's a peavy. We was at the store, sold salt bits and stuff, and they had that there. And I got that from Mary Ruth, and probably 89 or 90 for Mother's Day. It was kind of a joke, but we did need that thing. Them things ain't cheap, so we've had it ever since. We had 2 or 3 around here, but that's the only one I know of now. So stuff like that just gets gone. Okay, that's it.